It got cut off. But anyway, I guess I'll do this again. I'm half awake or something, but it's August 14th, 2024. And I thought I'd do a thing where, maybe each month. So I did it for July. So I guess I'll do it for August. But, I'm documenting what life for me has been like being low income. I think I started in 2023, maybe a bit in 2022, but definitely more consistently in 2024. Because I see lots of folks are struggling, everything seems unstable, and, I think it would be nice for us to know that we're not alone, and there just needs to be documentation for history's sake, if nothing else. So, of what, individuals, what humans have had to deal with in the year 2024. So I'm in America. I want to leave where I am. Like, I never realized it was this bad until the last few days. I've had some negative incidents, and it's just become clear that this area is not for me. I don't like the humans over here. There's just such a lack of humanity. Like, I struggled for years, and I can count on one hand the amount of individuals who had ever, offered anything, whether it's their time or like any kind of actual effort. Uh, and this isn't an area where like folks are kind of affluent. The average annual income, according to many sources online, is more than $100,000. So I would understand if we lived in the ghetto or if I did, but we don't. I don't. So there's just really no excuse when you see, communities, and for instance, I guess the Midwest and other locations around this country and around the world who really have very, very little, and they have so much more humanity. I've seen folks in this area like clearly in need, injured, whatever, like laying down in the heat, begging for, food or whatever it is. And like, there'll be an intersection and no one will come by, or let alone give anything. So, I mean, you can get water for free, right? Like, you can't do anything. It's really disturbing because if you imagine things are like that now, imagine as I'm saying things are getting more difficult, imagine what it's going to be like, Excuse the noise. I guess it's around the neighborhood, maybe a family is out. Um, I should have closed the window, but I didn't, not knowing. Anyway, excuse the distractions. So, yeah, as far as my background, I thought I'd do it maybe every month because I'm curious to see like how often, like, these are just basic things that I just don't know about myself because of my background. Like, I'm just kind of learning what are the necessities versus wants. How often do I use things? How much of things do I need? How often do they break? That sort of stuff. Um, so I'm just curious for myself what is going to be like a monthly need versus a yearly need, or, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of wishing, because I see it online, and as I said, my circumstances are kind of difficult. I'm trying to find another job, or a job, I should say, and I've been looking for months. I haven't found, I haven't gotten even a job offer, let alone any job that I would necessarily take. So it has not been easy for me. I'm going to continue trying, but I just feel like it's kind of a useless road for me because of my circumstances. Honestly, if I was offered a job, I don't know if I would take it because I'm dealing with a theft issue. So it's like, why would I, you know, and work for an unknown job, not knowing if it's going to work out. And then a lot of my check would just go towards rebuying items. It sounds weird, but my living situation, theft is an issue. I leave the house, things go missing, you know. I mean, lately it's been daily. Today's what, Wednesday? Well, today I don't know if anything has been stolen, but from Saturday to Tuesday. And we're talking about not just one item here, one item there. Like, it could be one day $50 worth, another day a few $100s, another day something else. So that's what I've been dealing with. And then I would say, like, this has really been going on, for years. But what's standing out lately is like, different frequencies. So for years, sometimes it's on a monthly basis. Lately I've had quite a bit stolen, but usually it's not as much. But it's been going on for years, and it could be on a monthly basis, every other month, weekly, daily. It just, kind of varies. Um, and I've tried everything. I've tried getting cameras, which hasn't worked because I don't know how to install them, and then either they get stolen or I lose them somehow. Uh, I bought a door lock, which I finally installed, and within less than 24 hours, the doorknob was taken. Like, I was out, and, I come back and I find, the literal doorknob missing, the next morning or something. And I just was like, it felt surreal. I'm like, am I saying this correctly? Because that has never occurred to me before. I've never been in my own bedroom where, because that's where this occurred, where, the literal doorknob is missing. So that was missing, I'm assuming, because I live in someone's home. I assume the homeowner contacted somebody, like a handy guy or whatever you call it, hired somebody to remove it. Um, then my key and lock, which I bought, so that's about $40 worth there for both the actual lock and the key, I think both of them were stolen. Definitely at least the lock. Have not received, basically from July 19th, 2024 to now, I have not received a single item back. And from that date to now, I calculated it was like, if you take into account everything, it's, at least $1,000, maybe 2,000 worth. Um, there's just so many just basic things that have been, I've been denied access. There's been like two things of cat food, dry cat food, that I did get back, but other than that, everything's been stolen. Um, with the exclusion of stuff that I bought yesterday. Who knows if I bet you anything. That's why, since yesterday I'm standing on guard and staying in this bedroom. I don't care. What can I do? So, because of this situation, you know, I don't know if I'd be able to function at a job, to be honest. Like, I would be constantly kind of worried and mentally, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be able to focus, I don't think, and actually do the job. Unless I can just sort of let go, which maybe I can, and be like, okay, if I lose everything, too bad. Somehow it's worth it. I don't know. I guess I just want there to be a defense system, but I don't know how realistic that is. Maybe I just have to gamble a lot. I feel like I've gambled enough with my life, I never know what's going on, and I just have to wish for the best. I've dealt with so much loss. So, anyway, so I thought it would be interesting to see month by month. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if I would get stuff sent to me for free, but I highly doubt it because it's been about a month or 2 months since I've, uh, submitted stuff online, documented this, and nobody, at least no strangers online, have given me anything. And even my own neighbors, as I said, you can count on both hands the amount of favors that has been done for me, which hasn't been that much, besides this one neighbor that has kind of turned into a friend. And she has had surgery on her back, I think, or something. And so now she's very limited, or she just, refuses. She quits on me. I don't know. But yeah, she's unavailable. I don't know. There's another lady too that recently she's been really nice as well. Um, but she has her son and other obligations. She has a busy life. Um, but yeah, I just haven't gotten a lot of free stuff, which it is what it is. But yeah, it would be nice if folks would be willing. But if it occurs, it occurs. I'll just count on it. I'll consider it as a blessing, a gift that as I said, if it comes, it comes. But I'm not going to be assuming. I'm just going to sort of assume the worst, that I won't be getting any free items from, viewers online, which is not the main reason why I'm doing this. I mean, I would share my testimony regardless. I would wish I would have the courage, because certain subjects just need to be talked about, and there's too much at stake for so many to just, you know, it's just too disturbing and like overwhelming for me to just stay quiet. I wish I had that kind of character where I could just stay quiet and, do things for my benefit and, not even think about everyone else. But when I see, millions being affected by all these crises, it just like, we're being attacked. Humanity is being attacked on so many levels. I can't just do nothing. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. I guess I just feel like, what can I do? I have to do something to contribute, even if it's a teeny bit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm getting sick of this town, honestly. And, if some miracle occurs, I would gladly leave. It's just not the area for me. I don't like the attitude. I don't like the culture. It's a beautiful area, but there's not even a whole lot to do. It's very costly to live here, That honestly, if some miracle occurs, I would leave, I think. I just don't think I have much of a fight. I thought I would stay here because of my history and just like, somebody has to fight the good fight for those who are in my situation and much worse. Like it's hard for me to turn my back and kind of betray, you know, folks, but, you know, it doesn't make sense to stay around and suffer and you're going to continue to live a shittier life, excuse the language, for folks who just don't care. They don't care to change things. They don't want a better life. They don't want harmony. All they want is different values for themselves. They focus on different things for themselves. They don't care about connection and looking after each other. Just very selfish. I just can't. I've dealt with enough selfishness in my life, dealing with other humans. Anyway, which is interesting because I didn't necessarily feel like this, consciously. Anyway, so back to what I was going to talk about. I thought every month I would do see this where I am in terms of the materials of what I need and want, uh, you know. So lately I realized, I think today, that I literally I hardly have any silverware, just in general. Now I do like actual silverware. I don't know what it's called, steel or, like metal. I think it's metal. Like those silverware that you actually wash. I think I have a few, like I could hardly find a fork. So I have a few utensils like that, but that's essentially it. It just feels very ineffective. So I don't even think I have any more of those, the ones that you just throw away, like one time use. So that, they do have the Dollar Tree, and I was debating, should I get actual silverware? Which it's like, it's ridiculous how much it costs. I think I found, if you do the math, it's like about 50 cents each for the washable ones. But if you, like, for instance, at the Dollar Tree, let's just call it $1, even though, it's like $1.50 or something with tax. But if you get theirs and it comes with like 100 uh, utensils, that's like what, one set? Am I doing my math correctly? A few cents, let's say, for each utensil versus 50 cents, you know. So I did find a store that has like a set of um, 20, I think, 20 utensils for, forgot how much it was. It was like less than $20. So yeah. So I don't know which route I'll go, but I guess I need utensils, and I just never thought that to even think about. That was just like the furthest thing from my mind, and I was always able to manage, though barely at times. At times I was just like, where the heck, what can I use? Um, my coffee machine broke. The brand was Mr. Keeps thinking Mr. Cafe, but that's not the brand. Oh, Mr. Coffee, I think. It was like $25, and now I learned that those kind of affordable, like Hamilton Beach is another brand. This other one I've never heard of, but those kind of affordable coffee machines and just, kitchen machines in general, just avoid them. It's not worth it. So next time I think I'm going to go for like a $50 one or a $100 one. Maybe that'll give me better luck. So if you guys know any brands that, are somewhat affordable but will last you, because this one that I had maybe lasted about a year or something, and then all of a sudden it just quit on me. I don't know why. I tried everything. Uh, I think I have enough of the next thing for about a month, but eventually I will have to, um, the animal food in general for the cats is kind of a concern because it's not easy, or, I mean, nothing's affordable if you don't really have an income, right? So I think their food in general, I did the calculation, for three of them is, I don't know, maybe 50, $100 a month. Uh, I stick mainly with dry food, but I do like to offer about a can or two for all of them of wet food. Um, so, if I get the food for them that was stolen back, then I should have enough for the next, I don't know, 2 months or so. Now, the stuff that I bought yesterday, basically bought all those things: dry food, wet food, all the dry treats. So, assuming none of that gets stolen, which I doubt it, uh, that should last me at least a month. So, you know, if you technically count everything that I bought for them since the beginning, that is still left, technically, that, uh, was not eaten by them. I should have a few months worth. But the question is, again, the majority of that has been stolen, and I have not had access since about uh, July 19th, 2024. Um, so we'll see. But generally, yeah, the stuff for the cats, um, I don't know. In the long term future, at this rate, I have a feeling I will be, out. And they'll just have to find another way to feed themselves, I guess. I think a neighbor is feeding them as well. But yeah. What else? Uh, maybe some animal toys, some toys for the cats, but they don't care about those for, too much. But, I think the wands would be good for them, like things that are really interactive. Uh, like the interactive stuff, basically about half of their toys has been stolen. I have some other ones, but I doubt they care about those. Um, they did like this like tunnel, this toy that was like a tunnel and it had a ball attached. Um, the automatic feeder, which I bought, but it was stolen. So let's just wish that I'll be getting that back because I'm sick of having to think about this several times a day. Clean the bowls, check them, refill them, be awake, at certain times, and just, it's too tiring. It's really disturbing my schedule for the day. And if I do find another job, or I'm sure there's other things I just have to be doing eventually. Like, I can't, you know, be at the house and just, you know, be there 24/7 feeder or assistant, you know, so that feeder will be useful. I basically just need like a machine that will, you know, fill the bowls automatically. I just, uh, you guys are seeing the ceiling right now, because the floor is a mess and I'm not showing that. So, basically, you need a machine where it's going to fill the bowl, and then I will change the settings I'll basically dictate to it, what times to actually fill the bowl for me for when I'm not in the home, because to be here a few times a day, every day, it's just not, realistic for my life. Somebody has to cover the cost of their food and other stuff, right? It ain't free, even though they think it's free, I guess. And I really wish they would just quit wasting so much food and being like divas, but, because when I leave stuff out, they're mainly outdoor cats. I'm not really allowed to have them in, especially for long amounts of time inside the house. So, I leave the bowl for a few hours or an hour. Sometimes it can be less. And then I find like termites or bees or whatever it is. Then I have to continuously clean it and, clean the bowls. And, because there's no lid or anything. So, stuff can get into it. Or I have to bring the food inside, find a way to disguise the smell and, seal it so that just in case it doesn't attract other insects. And even if you use dry food, I've still seen cases where I fill the bowl with just dry food and still somehow the ants and the termites get into it. Um, so yeah, that's annoying, but I don't know if you guys have any ideas on how to best handle that situation. Um, I have a feeling they should see a vet, but I've got no money for that. I've got no money for their insurance. So yeah, maybe they should have some like, I heard chamomile tea is good for uh, ear infections for them or eye infections or something. So, just these kind of home remedies that are safe for them. Do stuff like that, or over the counter kind of stuff that you can just administer yourself and doesn't cost that much. Stuff like that. Uh, maybe a few extra bowls would be useful as well, just in case. A water fountain for them. Um, I do have one, but it doesn't function that well, and it's also been stolen. So, uh, you know, a I don't even know if they'll care about it or like it really, but they might like a bed for them. But it has to be large enough. They are, you know, not fat, but sort of, they're long. So I bought like one of them, even though online it says it was large. It was not large. It was large for maybe a kitten. They're not kittens. So I think I've seen Walmart have quite large, like that would even fit a large dog, you know what I mean? So they have more variety of sizes. Um, but yeah, decent enough one. Uh, I don't really need this right now, but, because my living situation is so uncertain, where I live next, I may not be able to take them with me, which is going to be a bit sad, but, in that case, and even I've talked to the neighbor that raised them, when they were kittens, she said that, she wants them to be indoor cats. So if I can't do it, or if I feel like, it's too much for me, I can't handle it, basically, if we decide it's best for them to rehome, uh, be indoor cats with somebody else, I'd like that individual, make sure that the cats have at least a few months worth of, materials. Um, so, like the food, the bowls, whatever it is. So, the toys. And so, um, let's see. I know this isn't going to occur in August, but, eventually a used vehicle. Uh, I don't know. It would be nice to get a few more clothes, especially shirts and certain things. But I doubt that will occur in August either. I don't know. I think for August it would just be nice if there was enough stuff for the animals, the silverware. There was some other kind of basic item. I forgot what it was. The coffee machine. Um, I don't know. A lot of the smaller things I already have. Oh, but I'm starting to run low on like hygiene stuff, body wash, um, you know, stuff to wash my hands, like, detergent, not detergent, what is it called? Hand wash, but they have liquid, they've got bars, basically anything. I like liquid, but I know that tends to be more costly. I need to get some white vinegar. Uh, I mean, I have baking soda already for cleaning. Also, like a few cleaning items would be nice. I'm trying to learn how to make my own because it's ridiculous how much they want to charge for just things that don't even really work whatsoever, in my view. I don't know. I've never had great luck when it comes to like getting stains out and stuff like that. The best thing I found by far is white vinegar and baking soda, water, and you add a bit of dish, whatever, or essential oils. That's what's worked out the best for me as far as getting out stains. But, you know, so hygiene stuff for the hands, for the body, whether it's liquid form or solid form, even some like hair stuff. Uh, I mean, I have a few hairbrushes, but I just feel like with my situation, you can never have too many of those. So maybe a few hairbrushes, uh, maybe a few scrunchies. It's not really that needed because I have several, but just in case, like, there's a few that are just way too worn out. Uh, Towels. It would just be nice. I mean, we've been using the same towels literally for 20 years or something, and sometimes they're all in the laundry, and we barely have any towels for just a few days or something. It's just annoying. Like imagine you have work the next day or whatever, or something to where you need towels, so, clean towels. So, yeah, I just like some more towels, honestly. Bath towels, I mean. I don't think I'll be getting this in August, but bathrobes, I don't have any of those. Um, what else? Oh, mugs. Definitely some mugs. Dollar Tree is usually where I get mine is just something that's basic, something that's microwave safe, definitely. Uh, I know I won't get this in August because I already used all my budget, unless maybe the food bank has some of this, but some snacks. Because, like, the more costly, kind of convenient food items, obviously, I'm very limited to get because of my budget. I don't think I'll be getting this in August, but I'm looking at, like, a hair straightener would be nice, but a few sort of hair tools. I have one thing, but it's kind of basic. I just, my hair is okay. I've been kind of blessed. But, as far as making it look decent and learning how to, like, do different styles, I've never been skilled at that, so I'm learning. Um, yeah, I think that's about it.